can tell you that they love you when they never mean it. True love come from God in the name of Jesus. Turn my back on the king, I committed treason. Thank God he forgives, now his name I'm preaching, screaming Jesus.
What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another quick video for you guys. Today, I want to talk about the Chicago Bulls. It's looking like the NBA offseason is ramping up with a lot of moves, a lot of deals. Guys, me being a Bulls fan, I'm going to talk about this new signing in Jalen Smith. This is a guy that has played 4 years in the NBA. He was drafted by Phoenix, and he was a free agent, guys. He was a sleeper. I think a lot of Chicago fans understood that, the Bulls were looking for a center. It could have been a veteran. You can look at Valanciunas from New Orleans. You can look at Steven Adams. You can look at a bunch of other bigs. Larry Markkinen, he's still on the market. There's a lot of bigs that Chicago could have went after, but they decided to sign Jalen Smith to a 3-year, $27 million contract. I'm excited about this signing. I think this is probably going to be my favorite signing of the year so far, even though it's still the beginning of the offseason for the NBA. But I do like this signing for Chicago. It just adds to this young core. And me as a Bulls fan, I'm just excited to see that we actually do have a young core of players that has a lot of potential. I can see the rebuild happening, and I'm just excited, guys. I just wanted to just see some new faces coming into 2024. We cannot have the same roster as the past 3 seasons. And I think that's what a lot of us Bull fans want, is just to see some new scenery. Let's get some new playmakers in. Let's revamp this offense. Let's try to stay competitive on defense. And that's why I like about, this young core and just even the Bulls signing, Patrick Williams. That was another great defender. I mean, he was pretty much the best, one of the best defenders in all of basketball last year, Patrick Williams. So I do like what AK is doing so far. So looking at Jalen Smith, he is an athletic big. He's 6'10". He shot 59% in 61 games for the Indiana Pacers last season, including 42.4% from three-point range. And 4 seasons with the Phoenix Suns and the Indiana Pacers, when Jalen played 30-plus minutes, he averaged 18.7 points and 11.4 rebounds per game. This guy can be really productive given the minutes. And like I said, he adds a lot of value to this young core Bulls team. When you look at this Bulls team, looking at the guards, just starting off with the guards, you have Kobe White, he's 24 years of age. Ayo, he's 24 years of age. Josh Giddey, 21 years of age. Dalen Terry, 21 years old. When you look at the forwards with Patrick Williams, he's 22 years of age. Brazelis, he's 19 years old. Julius Phillips, he's 20 years old. And looking at Jalen Smith, 24 years old. There's a lot of the players that are going to develop are not even past the age of 25. So we're looking at a young core group that is going to try to gel together with Josh Giddey, the way he can swing the ball. I'm really liking Brazelis, this rookie that we have. I want to see what his potential is, but he's more of a playmaker as well. So I can see a lot of ball movement. I can see this team really gelling together, and the strengths that Jalen brings to this team is his rim protection. He's not the greatest shot blocker, but what I like about his game is he makes the effort to block shots. He attempts to, make plays on the defensive end. Even though he's not a big body, he's long. He has long arms. He's athletic, where he can challenge defenders, challenge shots, and contest shots and make it difficult for other bigs in the league. He's a solid rebounder. He can play 2 positions. He can play at the center position, the power forward position. I see him being more of a power forward, but I think the Bulls are going to, put him in that center role where he can be the anchor on this defensive team. He's definitely a 3-and-D caliber player. He has a good 3-point shooting ability that's efficient enough to stretch the floor. Obviously, he can work more on his jump shooting so he can be a liable threat. But I think with, Jalen Smith, if he can just continue to, work hard as far as working on his offensive game in the post, I think he can be a really special player. He's not really polished, but coming into the situation with the Bulls where he has a lot more opportunities, I think he can grow as a player. Looking at last year with Indiana, there was, the signing of OBI Toppin, and there were just, Siakam. There were just a lot of guys in front of him that played a lot of minutes where Jalen Smith couldn't really showcase his talent and show the player he can truly become. So I do think him coming to Chicago was a great signing. I'm excited, and it just goes so well with this young core. Jalen Smith is what Chicago needs. A young athletic guy that can, play in the inside and play on both sides of the ball, where on the defensive end, he's going to attempt to block shots. And then on the offensive end, he doesn't, I think he flows well with his offense. For one big thing is because he doesn't take the ball out of no one's hands. He's a guy that can set up for alley-oops. You can play him in the pick and roll. I think in the pick and pop, that's something that he's going to have to really work at with Kobe White to just try to develop that chemistry with pick and roll action. So I do think that this was a great signing. It's personally my favorite signing. I'm excited. And for you Bull fans, I want to hear your guys' opinion on Jalen Smith, guys. I definitely think that he can be a true center, but I look at him as more of a power forward. But we're going to see how he meshes with Patrick Williams, and that's why I think he will be our starting center moving forward for the Chicago Bulls. Now, Vooch, he is on the market, and it's looking like it's a possibility that he may be off to another team. So with that being said, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on Jalen Smith. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you love this young core? Bull fans, tell me what you guys think. I'll keep giving you guys a lot more content. I will be posting highlights of this year's Summer League, so be sure to tune in for that. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I have you covered for the remainder of this year's NBA offseason. I got you guys covered with breaking news, so be sure to subscribe. So until next time, have a good day. Peace.
Tell you that they lie when they never mean it. True love come from God in the name of Jesus. Turn my back on the king, I committed treason. Thank God he forgives, now his name I'm preaching. Screaming Jesus.